Welcome back to another episode of the Ratchet Ramblings podcast presented to you by the CSPN. I'm one third of your host, Jeremy, aka Black Dante on Twitter, aka we're recording on Cinco de Mayo and niggas ain't supposed to celebrate that shit, but I'm gonna drink anyway because I'm just a nigga like that. And as usual, I'm joined by my friends and my co hosts.
Hello everybody. This is Candace. You can find me on Twitter at London and Mommy. Uh, there's London,
Mama too.
Big Mama Tuggies. But yeah, so I don't have a lot of AKAs. I know we got some dragging to do. And as usual, like weeks in a row, which I'm excited about. We are joined by our good friend Curtis.
aka Coonloaf, aka leader of the Remy Scammed Us Coalition. We have a new entry in the Remy Scammed Us Bible. It is called Company, and it is trash. It is awful. It is terrible. And at this point, I feel like she doesn't have nice things because she doesn't deserve them because she scammed us.
Correct.
I'm very happy to be here for another week for the dragging, and I'm ready to get it.
Yeah,
I feel like in the future, I'm gonna update our logo to include a bitmoji of Curtis because you guys deserve it, and
Yeah,
he
I've
has.
already graduated to not having it be featuring me when y'all put it out, so it's only fitting.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's time. When I get settled in and set up because I feel like the show is always great when it's just the two of us, but it's just always amazingly funny when Curtis pops in. And so, since Curtis is willing to come and podcast with us, there's no reason why we shouldn't feature him on our logo.
Ooh, come
This,
on, official induction.
right.
Mama made it.
yes. And this week we're joined again by Linda's father. He had to leave for work last week, but he was giving us some good reads on love and hip hop. But he was particularly thrilled with Black Ink this week. So
I think we all were.
so we gonna let Jeremy pay the bills because we got a couple things to get into prior to our reality shows because reality TV been light for us, but we're gonna pick up some new shows pretty soon. So
Yeah. So, speaking of paying the bills, you are listening to a CSPN Media podcast presentation. You can go to our website, cspn.us, and click that podcast tab and search for Ratchet Ramblings. Listen to all of our episodes thus far, and especially the ones with our good friend, slash third co-host, slash whatever the fuck he want, because he is our friend and he can do that with Curtis on them, and also London's father, Mike. Um, Hey, look, I gotta throw him in there for he that nigga tell Candace, so Jeremy, that nigga didn't give me my credit, so we can just scratch him off the list. but but you can listen to all of these hot takes and these jokes that we have about these reality TV shows, and then you can mosey on over to that Keep Our Podcast Free tab on the right side of our website and shop with all of our many sponsors from Busted Tees, Amazon to Triangle Wine Co. It's of no extra cost to you. It just gives our boss man and CEO Classic a portion of the brick to keep the lights on and keep all these shows free. And all that other, podcast network CEO shit that he does. So you won't have the listener won't have to pay to listen to my country ass sound like some
a rack of Keely
all right. All right. All right.
with open pit on it. So
You get on
open
my
pit
nerves
is
so
the
bad.
worst barbecue known to man. I don't care what anybody says. If I gotta buy barbecue sauce and just completely doctor it up with my mama's special recipe of herbs and spices, your barbecue trash because Sweet Baby Ray's tastes good the way it is. Matter of fact, you could put Sweet Baby Ray's on a shoe and it's probably gonna taste amazing. So
Mhm.
shout
Yep.
out to Shout out to Open Pit Keely. Bitch.
Get on my nerves so damn bad.
Funky ass bitch.
Oh ass bitch. Looking like Babe Pig in the City ass. Oh, sharp ass. Wilbur bitch.
If you can't tell, Keely is clearly on at the top of our beat the fuck up.
At the top. But
He's at the top.
I would suggest we get let's just get to it because we're gonna say Black Ink Crew for last.
Yes.
Like last, there's only 2.
Oh, before we get to Keely, so DJ Khaled took his big fat funky ass on the Breakfast Club to talk about how
I talked about this on my show too.
A lot of women were outraged, but then I was like, have you guys seen DJ Khaled and have you seen DJ Khaled's wife? It's probably best that they sex stay to a minimum because they're both ugly and DJ Khaled look like his mouth stinks. Like
just his mouth?
His whole aura looks stink, but it just looked like he one of those people like all that screaming he does and he don't look clean. Like he don't look like he brushes teeth. And I'm just like, can you imagine somebody screaming we the best and you just like your breath.
Right.
See, I didn't know what the fuck was happening because the nigga had said this shit like years ago on the Breakfast Club, but I thought maybe like he did another interview and said the shit again. But I asked Twitter and Twitter was like, nah, the shit just resurfaced, and I was like, oh well, I mean, yeah, the nigga corny as a motherfucker. Like the same way I felt about it then, I feel about it now. He was
like, I'm a king. Kings don't do that. But my queen better go down and lift my gut up and lift
I was gonna say she got to get down there and do construction to lift that shit up.
Can you imagine?
She gotta sign a waiver to get down there.
Something. It's nothing against my big boys, okay? Because a lot of y'all is fine, okay. But then there's some DJ Khaled's. And the DJ Khaled's, let me tell you something. I'm not lifting nobody gut up like a mailbox flap.
When they ugly.
When they ugly to get to your winky woo. Keep that.
You know what DJ Khaled looks like? Remember in the Flintstones when they went to that like drive-in and they threw that big old hunk of meat on and it made the car flip?
Fucking Curtis.
Nah, I'm sure DJ Khaled get his dick sucked laying down.
He got to, or else he gonna kill that. He gonna break that woman's neck.
Right, there's some logistics and aerodynamics here and there.
Lay on his back. You know how when you lay on your back, like your body just like change form and shit when you fat.
Mike, go away.
Transformer when you lay down.
A blob former.
He looked like the thing from Ghostbusters, the big green blob thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like.
Yeah, but I said this on my show. I was like, I thought going down on women was like a key component to a fat straight man's aura and existence. I'm like, nigga, you fat. What you mean you don't eat pussy? You eat everything else? What the fuck?
First of all, you fat, and so your dick
and ugly.
The size of your dick is at least half because half of it is hot and all that fat.
Ooh,
that's first.
Yeah, because you definitely got a fupa, fat upper penile area.
Exactly. You definitely have gone from, if you had 8 inches, you've definitely gone to 5.5 because 2.5 gets lost in that fat upper dick.
Lost area. In the sauce.
Lost in the heat.
But his wife is ugly, but even ugly women deserve to get their pussy ate if they fucking with a fat man. I don't care.
Right.
The requirement, like Curtis said, you eat everything else, all of a sudden you don't eat pussy, but it's calorie free, so you definitely need to indulge in it because you might lose some weight, you fat motherfucker. Man. DJ Khaled might lose more than 30 pounds on Weight Watchers if he started eating his wife out. Maybe
somebody said he's lost 6 pounds in 3 years on Weight Watchers, and I hollered.
Vision me. I'm the only person that do Weight Watchers and don't never do good on it. Like I'd definitely be like saucing my points. Like, what? That can't be no whole 3 points.
I was gonna say, cause see, I know your ass smart, so you probably be doctoring the math and shit, and then wonder why you ain't getting no damn results.
I definitely do. I left Weight Watchers alone. I'm just one of those people that when I want to lose weight, I just do meal replacement shakes and call it a day. Like I don't have time for Weight Watchers. If I gotta count points, I'm not counting at all. I spend my whole day at work counting. I'm not fucking with counting no goddamn Weight Watchers points. I liked it better when they sold them frozen dinners and it just tell you the shit had 3 points and you go about your day.
Right. But yeah, DJ Khaled, that is some unsavory sex to begin with. So I'm just like,
first he looks like a fish out of water. Like his whole body looks flappy.
What the hell fish is that big?
Like I said, when that gif of allegedly him surfaced on Twitter, like I said, he was on that woman like a fish out of water, gasping for air.
My real issue, because I said it on my show, and I'm like, I mean, whatever goes on in your bedroom or doesn't go on in your bedroom, I don't know why you accosted us with that information. But my issue is you a fucking hotel. Like all of that shit, like my appreciation of her is the food that she get to cook and the house that she get to live in, and I'm taking care of her family. And I'm like, nigga, that's not appreciating the person. First of all, you sound like a piece of shit.
First of all, when these niggas is so, they break their neck to want to be head of the household, then think you supposed to kiss their ass for them doing the job they supposed to do as head of the household. You supposed to take care of her family, your family, the kids, the mama, anything, because that's what you signed up for, Hotep King. Like that comes with the territory.
I thought that was in the first chapter of y'all's little Hotep Unk book.
Right. The Unculations.
Mm.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah.
So he looked like he smelled like the whole of Egypt. He just looks.
He looks.
If you threw a bag of foreskin in a Glad bag, it would be DJ Khaled.
That is. I'm concerned. I don't know where your brain went with that. I mean,
how did we even get here?
It got dark quick. Let's go back to the light because I don't know what just happened, but I don't like it. That's what I do know. I don't like that.
DJ Khaled do look like a hangnail. I'll say that much. Like just useless, causing pain, and sometimes hard to get rid of.
Very hard. Somebody was like, "You don't DJ, and you don't." What was another thing? You don't DJ. You don't produce. You don't eat pussy. Like, what do you do?
Take up space and be annoying. That's a sad combination.
I feel like
he looked like a buoy that you see in the ocean and shit. When you go too far, you got to turn back. He looked like one of them.
Be like, you in danger. You know, I imagine DJ Khaled, and this is no shade, but we all grew up with somebody like this. DJ Khaled looks like that one fat person, overweight person that always smell like pee. Damn, all three of y'all shit. Fuck. Okay, I'm done.
We know the type.
We all. Yeah. It's no shade, but we all grew up with the overweight person that always smelled like pee.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because black people, we kind of all live the same existence. So
more or less. With some wrinkles there, but more or less.
Yeah, I mean, there's nuance in individual experiences, but overall, like you can start talking about something and it's gonna be millions of black people like, how did we have the same childhood? So I feel like listeners, y'all will hear that and it is fucked up. However, it is truth.
It's truth. It exists.
It exists. Right. Just like we all knew a person who, when they opened their front door, the smell knocked you off your bike.
Right.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, what the fuck going on in that house?
I didn't even because I thought it sounded like terrible. I just because it like gave me like a flashback.
No, I know that's why y'all ass said. I know.
Yeah, I definitely.
That's why I
was
said it, because I knew y'all was gonna
flashback
relate.
shit.
Like I smelt it. Like,
Had a
Okay.
flashback to somebody that always smelled like outside while they were inside.
Listen. It is something especially disrespectful for adults that walk around in life smelling like recess.
Definitely smell like kid belly buttons after they've been outside all day.
Walk around your whole adult life smelling like a sock out.
Yeah,
really bad. This kind of like our pop culture episode because we haven't taken on new shows, and I didn't realize until last week how light reality TV gets in the summertime, like going into the summer. So we'll pick up some new shit because Real Housewives of Potomac is on, and I watched Potomac last season, so I'm pretty much up to snuff, and I'll probably catch up on this new season because it's only like 2 or 3 episodes in. But it honestly is just a bunch of light-skinned black women fighting and carrying on, and that's my type of carrying on.
Yeah,
like that's all it is light-skinned black women.
I have to catch up because I didn't know about Potomac until I saw niggas talking about it on Twitter.
Yeah, because a lot of people like you hear Potomac and it sounds white, but apparently Potomac is just a really affluent black area in Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's where you'll find a lot of the black wealth in Maryland is in Potomac. But so I'm gonna catch up on that, and I am ready for Black Ink New York to go off because I'm ready to see what tricks Big Fish got up their sleeve for Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan. And so
we're getting close because they 20 episodes in, aren't they?
Oh, and Don and
Ashley.
Ashley,
Phaedra.
because now they separated.
Phaedra Jr.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I remember when I sent Jeremy that video of Don cheating on Ashley, and me and Jeremy said the same thing. Like, damn, it looked like they was having some good fun.
I remember that. I think you sent it to me too. I was like, that shit looked lit.
That shit looked lit. Her hands was handcuffed behind her back and shit. And
I said, oh, this my kind of carrying on.
This I like to see.
I'm like, shit, can we get longer? Take this off Snapchat. Make a private Snapchat. Let me have access.
Exactly. Give us the whole kit and caboodle.
Right. This is hashtag content.
Okay. Yes, indeed. And damn sure don't want to see that shit with Ashley. I'm sorry, but that is not a cute.
You know, Ashley looks like she fucked dry. She looks like she fucked very dry.
She looks like a pillow princess, to be quite honest.
We don't want to see a warthog sucking dick. Like that's not the nomination.
Holy shit!
Well.
Hear me?
Wow.
Okay, cool. All right.
Oh.
All right.
What kind of dark magic do you have working in you today? Jesus.
Look at you, Voldemort. We're gonna call you Lord Voldemort today.
Like, god damn.
Voldemort. What is going on? Shit is getting real spicy at Black Hogwarts.
Niggy warts.
All right, cool. All right.
You really don't like Ashley. Noted.
Like, Jesus.
Noted. Jesus.
Like Christ. You have definitely taken the mantle from me because I thought I didn't like her. You have gone way off the deep end.
Nobody wants
warthog.
Sucking dick.
Jesus H.
I don't want to see that at all.
I mean, he didn't lie, but damn.
He got very spicy.
Very spicy. Like, you been watching Animal Planet or something? You triggered? Damn. Jeez. Ooh. Speaking of animals, let's get into Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So, first thing first, Keely is like a dumpster juice smoothie of a person. Like, I really do not like that.
She is not a likable motherfucker at all.
She is very, like, it's a lot. And I'm gonna tell you, everybody's like, oh, Brittany didn't have to say nothing about Erica Mena's son. Let me tell you something. You keep going and poking at somebody, and then when they bite your goddamn hand off, you want to cry like a victim. Fuck all of that.
I mean,
Erica Mena poked and prodded at that girl multiple times. Like, really just was at her throat for no reason. Should have been mad at Stevie.
Right.
You didn't have no business being there in the first place. You don't fuck with Stevie. You refuse to have anything to do with Danger Zone. Why are you showing up at this shit and it don't have nothing to do with you?
I think. Go ahead, Cam.
After Jazzy Faye was like, you got to stay out that bullshit if you want me to work with you.
My thing is
drama. Yeah.
My thing is the only reason that, and I think this is probably something that Curtis and you can said, like when we were talking about Love and Hip Hop New York with that whole Brie Bianca, all that bullshit. Like the only reason that Erica Mena and Brittany got smoke is because she inserted herself with that shit with Eskimo. And my thing is, if the motherfuckers that like at that table, like if you remember that scene, if them two wasn't going back and forth with each other, then why the fuck did Erica decide she was gonna take it upon herself to turn up and do the fucking most? And then when she said something, which objectively, yeah, is fucked up, but you ain't have no business going at it like that. So it's like you got what your hand called for.
All of that notwithstanding, just Brittany apologized for what she said. She was like, yeah, it was fucked up. Yeah. I mean, it was the heat of the moment, but I apologize. I am a professional. Let's move on. And so they all get together, and then Stevie O Crunchyroll ass.
Yo, I blame Stevie for that, honestly, because he instigated that whole shit when it didn't need to be.
I mean, he's to blame for everything because
he's to blame for just Brittany and Erica even having a thing. Because why would you be inviting some people that you don't feel are quality and caliber artists and ready to do anything? What you inviting them to just Brittany studio session or rehearsal session for, knowing that these ladies already got an issue with you? Like you was doing, and the first time just Brittany ain't even engaged, and she just like, I worked hard to get here or whatever, and I'm not fucking my way to the top. And she like, your shoes fucked up, your hair, yo this, show that. Like, Erica, you
childish ass insults.
Yeah, like, Erica, you the prettiest bitch in the world with nothing going for you.
Nothing.
Like, let's stand in that. You the prettiest bitch in the world who had to come back to a job that you swore was only for broke people.
Screenshots off forever. Shout out to Zenzi because she got that shit saved. Everybody do, but still.
She tweeted that when she thought Bow Wow saved her.
Then she realized he was broke and his mama spoon. No, you know what? I take that back. Let me backtrack this because so apparently Bow Wow, like when the child support shit happened, and this was during 106 in Park when he said he was only making like 10 grand a month or whatever. Apparently a lot of Bow Wow's assets and money are in his mom's name. So he is still very much so wealthy, but it's like his mom is wealthy and she spoon feeds him money so he's not blowing it, which is why we never heard about Bow Wow being in ridiculous amounts of debt or no shit like that. Right. Because his mom happened to be one of the good momagers in the industry who didn't play that shit.
Shout out to her.
Right.
Yeah. So
I wish she could get him to stay off Instagram embarrassing himself, but you know, a mother's reach can only go so far.
You can only do but so much. You can lead him to the water, but you can't make him drink.
That is a word, Mike. That is a word.
So apparently, like when she got with Bow Wow, she thought it was finna be a free for all, and Bow Wow mother was like, "Girl,
the fuck by."
Right, like just because you suck my son dick, don't mean you about to get to the coins. You gonna have to work, sis.
Yeah, and that was that. So Erica, yeah, I know we here to drag Keely, but Erica is a very pretty bitch who has nothing to show for it. So
speaking of. So enchiladas, you did all of that just so you could come back the next week and look the fuck stupid.
And fuck Stevie.
And fuck
And,
Stevie.
like, but I said that last week. Like, you just want to fuck Stevie. Like, all of this other shit that you trying to do, you trying to keep up with Erica Mena, you trying to beef with Just Brittany. Why? You just want to fuck Stevie, so just fuck him. We don't give a shit.
Exactly. So wait, and then after Just Brittany and Keely had a blow up in front of Stevie and Mimi or whoever the fuck was there. Stevie and y'all see in the confessional when Stevie was like, "Well, I guess the showcase won't happen because as the leader not ready."
Oh, he said that multiple times. I put that in my notes because he was like, she can't do it. She don't have a big enough name to do a showcase by herself. And I'm like, so why are you doing this?
My thing is, you went out your way as estranged. You went out your way to
Encino
and to talk shit about Just Brittany, and you needed her.
Right.
Just Brittany a bigger name than you. And then like the part that really annoyed me with Keely, she was like, because Just Brittany was like, you just mad that you never made it in the industry, so now you hating on me, trying to tear me down. She like, I ain't never been no singer and I ain't never been no stripper. Well, you should have been one.
Right.
Because you claim to be in the industry and I couldn't even find you on fucking Google.
Right.
All that came up was Keely's fucking Twitter. Nothing about who label she worked for, artist she helped get on, nothing.
No receipts.
No receipts whatsoever. Like calling yourself Keely the boss, bitch. You ain't you ain't managing nothing.
Or like a part-time employee.
Right. So it's like you could have been you weren't a singer, so that's a job you didn't have. You weren't a stripper, so that's a job you didn't have. So what is your job other than being a Tiny Harris impersonator? Like, what do you actually do, sis?
Store brand Tiny.
Because Just Brittany was like, I'm not talking to you. First of all, Just Brittany is right. Keely is not her manager, so there's no reason for Keely to be talking her contract with Stevie or period. That's not your place, sis.
Taking it that far, like you interrupting her in the middle of a sentence. Like that is like
what's the reason she ain't signed it? How long she had it? That's not your place, sis. You're not her manager.
You're not her manager. You don't know what the fuck you're doing.
You're supposed to be talking about working, whatever this song is or this showcase. You're supposed to just be the project manager on this showcase. You don't have shit to do with her long-term contracts and longevity. Like, what are you even doing, bitch? That's how I know you wasn't in the industry, because you don't know what the fuck you doing or what you talking about. Because if you ever managed anybody, you would be 38 hot to know somebody else is trying to step on your toes and manage your client.
Right. And then to add to all of that, you screaming that Just Brittany is unprofessional, but you the one who escalated the situation. Right. Like, how is she unprofessional for responding to the energy that you giving?
Right.
And that wasn't the only time we saw her start raising her voice and start yelling and all that shit when she knew she was dead wrong. See, Keely, one of them raggedy ass motherfuckers, that's what they do. They try to deflect by yelling or doing something when they know they're wrong. Because then later on in the episode, and again, Just Brittany was like, okay, I'm gonna call this bitch here. We gonna settle this. And
then you gonna wait till she turned her back to throw a drink at her like a fucking coward. Like,
so I want to resurrect something that I said earlier on an earlier episode. And Keely ain't no real bitch. Because besides all of the other bullshit that you've been doing, being just general trash and not having any receipts to back up all your boasting, you a coward ass bitch throwing drinks when people turn their back. So then on top of everything else, you got all that bark and no bite, because that tells me that you don't have no hands.
Nah, because she was right across from you. Could have jumped right at the bitch.
Yep.
Like they were sitting so close that she could have reached her arm out and touched Brittany's legs. So if you really was trying to have that kind of smoke, you would have jumped at her while she was facing you, but you knew better than that. And Just Brittany even handled that well. She was like, girl, you real mad. You big mad. And walked away.
Mad.
That's my kind of carrying on.
I say, see, Just Brittany, she ain't perfect, but she a lot better than the rest of them, because it ain't many of us that's gonna keep on walking when somebody throw a drink at us, especially when our back is turned, especially after you done switched up on me, because Just Brittany was absolutely correct. Like, I brought you into this to represent me, and you flipped the script. You get a little screen time, you get a little FaceTime with Stevie, and now all of a sudden I'm the one in the wrong and you not working for my interest. And I'm like, is Keely on some kind of drugs? Like, because she sat in that confessional and she had a whole different version of events. And I was like, did she find the reality stone? Is she changing shit up on us? Because what she is saying did not fucking happen. I'm like, this bitch got a gauntlet somewhere, clearly.
Even trying to insinuate that she fucked Stevie, I'm just like, I don't.
That's another thing I was gonna say.
I don't believe just Brittany had any type of sex with Stevie, because that's why she won't sign that contract. Because when she was sitting down talking to Tierra, and Tierra was like, "Yeah, that's how my uncle do. If you not giving up the cooch, he gonna try to rob you with the contract."
Mm-hmm.
Which also would kind of explain why Stevie seemed so pressed about that damn contract.
Of course.
Yeah, he trying to first anybody who has the attention of Rick Ross, you know for a fact Stevie is gonna try to get 30% of that. Because while Just Brittany might not be a big name right now in this moment, she definitely has some notoriety behind her.
Yes.
Because we watched that Sign TV show. We watched it. I actually liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
I actually liked it. It was we first saw her on Sign where Rick Ross, The Dream, and what's the nigga from Rock Nation? He like the VP of A&R or something. Is it Kevin something?
Nah, it's
I can't.
I think his name is Lenny.
Yeah, Lenny.
Lenny S.
Lenny S. That's his name. And so they, basically audition all these kids. It's not like American Idol style, but it was kind of like rappers, singers, everything else. And like at the end, all three of them get to grant the people that they liked, contracts of some sort. Mm-hmm. So Brittany has a single deal with Maybach Music. Yeah. She has a single deal with Maybach Music. So I understand why she like, what the fuck? I look like signing something for Danger Zone and y'all ain't doing nothing.
Ain't doing nothing. Where is your track record, Danger Zone? What have you done? It's like we all know Stevie has a history of producing amazing tracks, but what have you done for us lately?
Like talking
other
about
than
like,
fuck Eskimo roll, like
Eskimo roll.
Curtis, you are doing amazing.
Like I was really like, okay, Keely, bitch, you need to get beat the fuck up. And that's,
you took the words out of my mouth.
Like,
oh
Keely,
man,
I definitely would want smoke with you and like for a bitch that's supposed to be such a boss. You also sitting up here withholding who your kid father is from the nigga that you throw tantrums about in the club.
Such a fucking cop out talking about, oh well, you didn't ask what his identity was. Girl, you know that them two men know each other. Are you fucking stupid?
Hey, my nigga Jock was like, how the fuck you ain't know who the baby daddy was?
And that's because I'm gonna tell you why he ain't know, because he one of them niggas. Like most men who like are secure like that, they not about to hound you down over some shit like that, because at the end of the day, your relationship with your baby father is your relationship. I'm not trying to be in the middle of that shit anyways. So he was probably like, if they ain't beefing, this nigga ain't acting a fool and doing wild shit, then I guess shit cool.
Yeah.
I guess it's cool. Like, I'm not about to be questioning you about the relationship with your kid's parent. And but he was like, I asked her once, she didn't want to talk about it. I'm not asking again. I'm not about to like kiss your ass to try to find out who your kid father is when I really don't give a fuck for real.
Right. But they don't affect me.
Right.
However,
found out, she could have told me, because Atlanta, one of them places where anytime it's a large black population, it's big but it's small.
We see that on Twitter,
especially with this love and hip hop community. I'm sure it's even smaller.
Right.
Yeah.
So he like, damn, this I don't fuck with this. Keep your shit for me. Cause you was just in the same room with the bitch baby daddy and you ain't even know, cause she keep lying about it.
And not only that, but the baby daddy apparently didn't know that
They together.
Y'all
Yeah.
that day together. So it's like
But she a boss though, allegedly.
a boss of bullshit.
I
Yeah, she
listen,
need to get beat the fuck
she
up. Like
deserve it.
You know what Keela remind me of? Remember the damn Whiz Pig from Diddy Kong Racing?
the what?
Too far? Okay, cool. All right.
Keely kind of remind me of like if Peppa Pig went to the salon.
And got some bundles.
Yeah. Or got like one of them flawless illusion wigs.
Yo, that is one of the worst kid shows ever. I hate that goddamn show.
That's one spicy pork ass show.
Everybody
I'm
got
too sleep.
big.
Curtis, I'm gonna send you this and tell me this don't look like Keely.
It probably do. Let me look.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna send it to you and I'm gonna text it to you. But continue.
So, we can all agree that Keely is on national TV looking the fuck stupid, and really, we can. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know. But to me, it just looked like you desperate for some kind of storyline. So you just grasping at straws at this point.
No, that's exactly how it comes.
You don't have a talent. You don't have any reason for being here. You don't have any reason for acting like you make big moves in Atlanta. So you grasping for a storyline.
That's exactly why she did what she did. That's why she flipped on her.
Mm-hmm.
She got a little bit of power. She was like, oh, okay, I could take this. Let's see how far I can take this.
Oh, Whiz Pig. That's right.
Yeah.
With a wig, indeed.
Yeah, fuck Keely.
We're gonna start calling Keely Chicharrones.
Never change, Curtis. Never change.
This might even be. I don't know. I think Keely uglier than this Whiz Pig thing. But anyway.
Let me see. Oh, fucking Mama D and Ernest.
First and foremost, that I don't know why I thought it was. I could be wrong, but I thought that shit was so weird that KK was like, "I got a nurse for you, girl. He hooked me up too, boo," and I would have been like, record scratch, like, huh?
First of all,
I'm gonna tell you the part that made me.
KK and fucking teeth, bitch.
Let me tell you the part that made me holler. When goddamn Mama D had finished telling KK about Ernest being on crack, and KK was like, "Oh well, girl, let me tell you about Scrap not getting out of jail."
Like that was a big deal. Like
no. What took me down is all of that, and Mama D was on the verge of tears, and then she ended the conversation talking about, "Girl, I just took a stool stuff. We on borrowed time." I was like, "You old shitty bitch! What the fuck?"
Whoever did Mama D work, they did a good job. First off, I ain't gonna take that from her. Indeed. But
because it's the same one that did KK work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
KK work is good. I mean, I'm not gonna act like she don't look a little bit like a builder bitch because you can tell that she's had the work done, but it's immaculate work.
Yeah. When Mama D started explaining, like, girl, I was looking for her earnings for 4 days. When I found him, girl, he was in the hotel. I thought she was about to be like fucking some other bitch.
That's what I thought she
That bitch said, I found Ernest in the room doing crack cocaine and powder. I was like, okay.
That nigga was so high, I forgot he was married. Moved back in with his mom.
Oh yeah. It was like he moved back home. He ain't answering none of my calls. Like you know how terrible of a bitch you must be for your husband to be a crackhead and ignore your calls. Like okay. Well,
okay. Good luck, everybody.
I'm still trying to figure out what she thought he was gonna do when he got out to begin with, because it's like
I know you been on how many seasons and had no damn job.
I know she didn't think he was like cured of his addiction while he was in prison.
Right. Like prison, not rehab. There is a difference. Mm.
I was
I
like,
don't know. I kind of don't blame Ern. I mean, because Mama,
First,
it's like imagine coming
Mama
home
is
to Mama D. Mama
aggravating.
D look like a goat.
She do look like one of them screaming goats that when you scared of
She is one of them screaming ghosts. What you talking about?
you scared it scream and fall over. Ah, poof. Like yeah, that's definitely Mama D.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, yeah,
She probably nagged him back to smoking crack after she keep telling him to fuck his mother. He was like, man, I just need to smoke
let me
something.
just go move back home.
Right. Let me go where the love is, cause
I'm sick of this old bitch.
Bitch crazy.
right.
That shit still make me cringe when Mama D was like, I have a threesome with you and your mama. I was like, gross. Fucking
Yeah,
gross.
she.
Yeah, she.
I mean, be a older, strong black Pokemon and own your sexuality and all that good shit, but keep it the fuck away from us and our families because we don't deserve.
Yes, we don't deserve.
We do not deserve.
I don't even want to deserve.
To be quite honest,
Right.
I am not worthy of that. Please.
Right. If that's what it is, you can just send me to hell because fuck that.
So in the preview, is Scrappy coming back to that? Like, what is he gonna be bouncing back and forth between Miami and Atlanta? Like, what's going on?
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it look like he gonna be Mona's new house cat.
I was gonna say because so basically Scrappy don't have nothing going on, so he grasping for a storyline on two different shows.
Pretty much.
Well, Bambi pregnant, and that's for in real life. I saw the announcement on her.
Yeah, but that don't mean Scrappy have anything going on.
That's really it. And I was just like, girl, bye.
Yeah. What else happened?
Oh, before we get to so
Rashida, sweetie. No, not Rashida.
BK Brasco and Sierra.
Oh, that
Sierra,
I don't get a good feeling from that.
I don't have anything good to say about BK Brasco because he dead ass went off on her for just venting. Like, I was just like, and he like, all you do is talk about Shooter, and she like, I just found the shit the fuck out. Like, what more do you want somebody to say? Like, I don't care. Like, you could get divorced from somebody, and if you find out a year from now that they had a baby while y'all was married, you gonna feel a way about it.
Right.
Like, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
This is a nigga.
Find out that a nigga got a 2-year-old and a 2-month-old on top of him fucking your assistant. It's just kind of like, wow. Like, that's the feel. Like, you gotta feel like, wow.
On top of him rolling with a bitch that you used to be friends with and now is out there talking spicy about you.
Right. It's a lot to process.
Yeah. It make you need to vent. Like, I truly think Sierra is done with Shooter. Like, I don't think she wants shit to do with him at all. Because if she wasn't done, they probably would have got back together right at the funeral.
Yeah.
Right.
I think she just processing shit. She just and then she keep getting new information about this nigga. It's a lot to handle at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I see for it.
On top of that, what's his name? Candace? What's the guy's name?
BK Brasco. He looks really.
What kind of name is that?
The name of a nigga that rap part time at Dollar General.
Mike, like, have you ever heard of a BK Brasco? He like, nah.
That's anyway, what I was gonna say, BK Brasco. I mean, I don't give him too much because, and y'all can drag me for it if you want to. I still feel like he combs other men's semen out of his beard, but that's just me.
I just said he don't look straight. He looks very zesty to me. So
he looks like
I'm not assigning him a sexuality, but he just doesn't look like he likes women.
He definitely looks like he is not a stranger to jacked, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
I won't even hold you. So, but
he will if you got a dick. Anyway. So Rashida.
Yo, one more thing about him though. One more thing before we move on to speaking of goofies with her goof anyway. But it's also like, nigga, you rushing Sierra to like not talk about shooting, not talk about shooting. You got a whole new bitch, like a whole other bitch. So it's like,
yeah,
nigga,
you
what?
got a girlfriend.
So like, boy.
Right. So you sitting here being trash, but mad about her talking about her old trash. Like,
yeah, that was a bit weird. I was like, because at first I'm thinking like, well, maybe he do got a point. It's like maybe it's a time and place thing. But then I'm like, oh, this nigga got a whole nother bitch.
Right. I was thinking the same exact thing, and I was like, my nigga sense was telling me something ain't right.
Yeah.
Something ain't right. I mean, again, like I say, I feel like
I was looking at that nigga like, what?
And then you stood in that salon, and I'm just like, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he going through like a straight phase.
Probably not.
For the cameras.
Yeah.
Like, my mama be on Love and Hip Hop. She gonna be like, doing what? Well, I'm gonna be talking to this girl. She gonna be like, a girl. Anyway.
So Rashida.
I want to love you so bad, Rashida.
She don't
and
want
you make it so hard. You just make it so hard.
She really put whole tape in that goddamn house saying this is the boundary. Girl, the boundary was you keeping the nigga out the goddamn house. Like, what?
No, I think it's funny because I said that last week. I was like, she probably gonna put tape in the house, section it off. I didn't really think she was gonna do that shit.
Yeah, you sure did say that last week.
And the sad thing is she enough of a bozo to have proved you right.
My dad had said that before he had to go to work. He was like,
I thought she gonna take the house off, but I had no idea she was really gonna take the house off.
Like she really put tape on the TV. Like even Kirk said it was like, I'm gonna watch half a TV.
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, fuck you, Rashida, for making me agree with Kirk. Like, how you gonna watch that?
Right. I'm sitting there, I was mad as fuck. I'm like, first of all, why would you put tape on the screen of a TV? First and foremost, you silly ass woman. But second of all, just looking the fuck stupid. I'm
talking sexy than a motherfucker to this nigga. I mean, he deserves it, but girl, you look stupid as fuck.
It would have taken less time to go visit a divorce lawyer than it did to tape the whole house.
And she wasn't done. Like, she was like, I'm gonna go tape some more shit. Like, girl.
Like, bitch, sit down.
Sit down.
And what was really funny about that is that she was really acting like the tape was gonna stop him from just like stepping over it.
Like, you need a visual of the boundaries. No, he needs to be out, or you need to be out.
The boundary was this nigga wasn't you in the damn house, and you let this motherfucker back in. Rashida, you the fuck stupid.
Like, if your vows didn't keep that nigga's dick in his pants, some painter's tape on the floor is not gonna keep him from your space. Like, what are we doing?
Hey, it reminded me of Rashida went full Rhonda exercise. That's what the fuck she did. Some shit y'all.
Oh yeah, she definitely went full beloved. She went full beloved.
Liana exercise.
Hey, well, Mike, you broke up a little bit.
Nah, he called her Liana. He hated. He like the bitch so stupid. I'm not ever calling her Liana.
Listen, her mama named her Rhonda. I'ma call her.
Gonna call her Rhonda because she talk like a Rhonda. She act like a Rhonda. She need to get beat the fuck up like a Rhonda.
Listen, one more thing happened besides Rashida being stupid. Jock in that damn beauty salon, he trying to turn out factories of people with auntie hair.
I'm here for it. He's found his lane because I don't know what else he can do.
And then next, the previews for the rest of the season look very lit, if I do say so myself, because Tokyo and Spice fighting over big nose ass Tobias from Cat Dog. I'm just like, really?
Right. You look exactly like Cat Dog. Damn.
Trash, but entertaining trash.
Yeah. Ooh. Shout out to Jessica Dime and whatever her man's name is. I forget his name.
Sean.
Yeah, Sean. It's like, okay.
Go ahead, Ken.
So I'm not ever one to tell people to work on a family relationship that is not conducive to you being able to function in a healthy manner. But they either like they got to stop trying to force her to talk to her mama, especially while she pregnant. Like if your mama cussing you out and disrespecting you and all this other shit, you don't need to be bothered with that while you pregnant. Girl, get you Jessica, if you ever having to listen to this, girl, get you a doula and call it a day.
Hello.
They definitely are willing to be on call day and night for their clients if need be. So ma'am, get yourself a doula and stop stressing. They will help you where you need help. They will help you get ready for the baby. They will go to parenting classes with you. They do all of this shit that you are willing to pay for, and so that you could be a little bit more stress free.
Yes.
But
now be careful,
Curtis.
Fine.
I knew it. You know why I knew it, Curtis? Because I had the same shade vomit.
Curtis and Jeremy.
Whatever. Fuck y'all.
I was thinking before, but I agree with. And what I was gonna say, Ken, is I wonder what did Jessica ever go into detail like why her mama exactly fell out?
Yes, she said that the first season Jessica was on when she had the pink hair and her and Jocelyn got into it. She like during the reunion, like another one of the guests had got it. Somebody else had got into their mom, and she was like, "Oh, Tommy and her mama," and she was like, "I understand, you know, what y'all going through or whatever, because my mom has done me like that, treats me like that, cursing me out and putting her hands on me. She sent me to juvie when I was in high school, and she said that her mom was so pissed about her discussing that on TV that she like cussed her out and, you know, was talking bad about her engagement and this, that, and the third. Because I guess, well, maybe it wasn't the first season, but last season with all the Tommy shit and her mama.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. She got engaged last season.
Yeah, so I forgot. Okay.
Her mama like was telling her that her marriage was gonna be doomed and all this other shit, and she was.
You know her mom guilty as shit though.
Pretty much.
Yep. Because that's that age-old thing, especially with black families. What goes on in our family stays in our family, and it's like, okay, it just so happened that you wanted to stay in a family when you being trash.
Right.
Right. Okay, but thank you, Candace, because I had forgot. I couldn't remember she had said what it was or not.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay.
Do we have anything else for?
I don't think anything else happened.
Yeah, I don't think anything else worth mentioning happened.
Me either.
Oh, I have one thought though. Back to Keely and Just Brittany. Did y'all peep how production brought that drink and sat it down right there, right when Just Brittany sat down?
Yeah.
I was like, look at y'all, set some shit up. But Just Brittany was like, she flew above the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not throwing no drink. I'm going home. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. You know, that's their MO because, you know, setting some shit up to get a drink thrown, and then Keely, girl, did she did she hit her? Or
I don't think so.
Nah, she didn't hit.
Yeah, she missed. How you gonna throw the drink and miss? Girl, are you again looking the fuck stupid?
Cause she ain't no real bitch.
Yeah, well, yeah. You're right, Fran. She not. Good look, everybody. But yeah, that's it. So
before we go to Black Ink, I just want to mention that white women are now calling for R. Kelly to be investigated and shit like that. So his days is numbered, because you know once white women want your head on the chopping block, you finna be up out of here. So
and let him, and don't be on the internet trying to defend his raggedy ass.
Oh, you know they will.
I know y'all doing it anyway, but
you know they have, and all the hoteps are doing the. So y'all are willing to let white feminists try to take down this black man, and I'm just like, hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Right. My type of carrying on.
Versus letting him continue to harm black women and girls. Yes.
Why does it matter who gets him out of here as long as he's out of here?
Listen.
Right.
I don't subscribe to a lot of shit that white feminists do, but on, and when it comes to this particular subject, I'm very glad that they see a need for Black girls and women to be protected from predators within our own communities, and they call it for his head because it's really time to. In the words of Jim Jones, if you knock the head off, the body will fall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that is what I'm looking forward to, them knocking R. Kelly's head off and his body just dropping.
Didn't this
And
whole thing have something to do with that interview that came out with him not too long ago?
No, I think it was like a documentary or
it's
something.
a documentary from on BBC, and I wanna watch it because they really the people who the journalists and stuff, they really dug super duper duper deep into the years and years of R. Kelly paying women off for them not to speak up and shit. Like once they become adult women and they make it out of his sex slavery, like he's paying them off to be quiet, and he's been doing it for like decades now. And right. I'm just holy shit. Which reminds me, like, Marsha Warfield from Night Court wrote like this open letter on Facebook about Bill Cosby and how years and years ago, when her career had picked up steam and traction after Night Court, Bill Cosby wanted to meet her, and her agent was like, you can meet him, but don't take a drink from him. And she was like, why? And like she said, her agent explained that like it's well known in the industry that Bill Cosby drugs women, and it was because like drug women don't remember things, and even if they do, they'll be painted as drug addicts and nobody will believe them. And like she was like, you know, how she felt guilty for never speaking up, never saying anything. And I was just like, you know, a lot of people are complicit in the sexual abuse and assault and rape of women, even other women, and that is pathetic to me, honestly. And so like people have sat and watched all these women who came forward, all 50 plus women who came forward, and called them liars when it's women in the industry who know for a fact that it's true. And he had a reputation for drugging women so he could have sex with them. Make Bill Cosby rest in shit.
Yep.
He already looked like a brown and dipped in shit.
It's really hard for me to understand how anyone could have that information and not say anything. Like you'll tell, like her manager person, like you'll tell her not to, you know what I mean, not to take a drink from Bill Cosby, but you won't speak up about it.
Money talk. That's all I can say.
You know, this Time's Up movement just proves how far south the moral compass is pointing in Hollywood, because I also read an article that the Oscars are just now like revoking any Oscars or anything regarding Roman Polanski, like a man who pled guilty to rape of a child, and 3 decades later you're just now revoking anything that has to do with him from the Oscars. Like, what?
Yep.
So like Hollywood is disgusting, and it just further proves that money is the motivating factor for a lot of people, and not in a good way.
Yep. Money and status.
They would sacrifice the lives of women to keep their money and their power. Even other women, like mad women knew what Cosby was into, like mad women knew what Weinstein was into. Because I remember, like, who was it that came for it? It was some white woman came for it, and she was like, yeah, like other celebrity women used to tell me, like, if you're ever in a room with Harvey Weinstein and you're alone, run. Like shit like that. Rose McGowan? Yeah. No, it wasn't Rose McGowan. I don't think so. It was a really famous white woman, maybe Gwyneth Paltrow or somebody. But they were just like, yeah, multiple women was like, if you can avoid it, don't ever be alone with Harvey Weinstein, and if you are, run. Like, what the fuck?
crying. Like, goddamn.
Yeah. Ugh. Nasty motherfuckers. May you all rot in hell. Bill, I can't wait for you to die in jail. God bless.
Right.
You in that eye. Cockeyed bitch. Oh, roll around magic 8-ball, eye having ass old piece of shit. Like, ugh. Yeah, but anywho, I had to point that out. And now because we're gonna save Infinity Wars for last because all 4 of us have seen it. And we just got a bunch of hot takes on the movie that we can't wait to share. So let's get Black Ink out the way. I wish that Sky would be committed. Like, I don't like making a habit of like diagnosing people's mental health and the mental capacity to be healthy, but I truly feel like something is wrong with Sky.
I dead ass something wrong with her because she just does so much
with so little.
You beat me to
it. With virtually nothing.
She's just so, first of all, you rented, which we know that really means big fish pay for it, but you got a whole ass house in Miami. You know what?
No, a mansion. You going on a spiritual journey and you rent a mansion. Talking about I'm gonna sleep in every room.
Cleanse the energy. I'm gonna let the energy of each room seep into me. Like, girl, what?
And all of this because you chose a gay nigga to inseminate you, quote unquote, and the gay nigga was getting his dick sucked by another gay nigga because they both were attractive. And it's just like Kevin was saying, you've had 2 children. You should know how semen works. I don't understand why we're going through all of these trials and tribulations with your ass.
Well, when you don't do motherhood right,
Motherhood ain't got nothing to do with it. It's straight up fucking that we talking about. She's familiar with that.
Well, that's true. That's true too.
Yeah. Shit. You know good and fucking well that man would have been ready to go in another 20 minutes. Well, maybe an hour because he had been drinking.
Yep.
Or any other fucking time. Like, that's how semen works.
First of all, that was God telling her that she shouldn't be having no goddamn insemination.
Right. God's plan.
Yes, and let us be thankful that it came to fruition. Yeah, all of that. And I found myself when I was watching it, I felt like Trina in one of the early episodes, maybe even the first episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami, when Bobby Lights came in there and she turned around and was like, "You too loud." That was me the whole time with Sky.
Screaming.
I was like, what is all this screaming for? Now she's screaming a little ditty that she done came up with. Screaming this arbitrary number of feet that she want people to stay away from her. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
76.
76.
Kevin was looking like, what? Kevin was so confused. He was like,
they all were. They were looking like.
She was like, you ain't even probably. He was like, I mean, I'm sorry or whatever, girl.
But not really.
For letting him suck my dick, but whatever, girl.
Right.
And so, like, if he was topping Kevin off, maybe he was jacking off while he was doing it, because that's the only reason I could see why Scott would be mad, because Kevin was like, he wanted to suck my dick. What was I supposed to do? Like, girl.
Turn down here, like, the fuck?
Yeah, like, he been giving me the eye for a while. Like,
right, 2 whole episodes.
So, what was I supposed to do? Say no? And I've been drinking too?
Right, like, but again, Sky's she, like Kevin said, she had to she just couldn't get semen anywhere else. Like this was your only shot to get like, girl. What?
But the thing about it is, so we know it was bullshit about you trying to get pregnant, because if you were serious about trying to get pregnant by this man, you wouldn't have went to whatever shop y'all went to trying to get maca root and shit, which you can just get off Amazon. You would have been like, take your ass to the doctor and get checked out, the way that Ray J and company got checked out on Love and Hip Hop in Hollywood. Like, if you're trying to get a baby and you want to know if his little soldiers are marching, then you go to the doctors to find out. You don't be like, well, take this maca root and don't jack off for 3 days and then come jack off in a cup in another room and then let the air hit it, and then bring the turkey baster with the rhinestones that we probably can't squeeze the bowl. Like what? All these like a fucking obstacle course to get the shit to your vagina. Get the fuck out of here, Sky.
Right.
Her and Keely are at the top of the beat the fuck up list.
Keely reigns supreme because I found myself multiple times watching. I was like, I can't wait for Keely to get her ass kicked. So she definitely at the top. But Sky is close to the top. She really is.
First came on the show, but I don't know. She different.
She
needs,
you know what, Curtis, and you can't even blame her change on like how Curtis did with Mariah Lynn saying that new writer. You can't even do that. Like Sky just a crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, she just goes to the extreme.
She wasn't even really baby. She just was upset because her son don't like her. Like,
and where does her son come from?
The whole thing was
it's two of them.
Yeah,
she got two sons.
The other son, so the son that's coming down next week is the youngest son.
He the one that
that's the one that don't have no. They got different daddies, so they the kids got different daddies.
That's the same son that she had flew to Houston to see.
They both was in Dallas or wherever they was at.
But, I think it was somewhere in Dallas, Plano or some shit.
But that son at the time was in high school.
Okay. I think that's what true. Because I'm like, I know she got two, but I'm like, that's the same one that was in Houston.
That looked like Michael Jackson, and a light skinned son that looked like Michael Jackson.
They both want to beat
it. The light skinned son, Genesis, wants to beat her ass.
Okay.
The darker son, he just turned like 18 when that filmed. He wants to get to know her.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, when she went to meet the mom,
that white lady,
the white lady, the older one had moved out, but the younger one was still living there. He just wasn't there at the time. He was like at football practice or something.
Yeah,
okay.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Sky, bitch, get some help,
please, immediately. So C's and the shit that he did with Kitty and Tatiana, that shit was weird and childish.
Lame.
Typical Caesar behavior.
Caesar, he has been doing his best Sky impression in his confessionals, and I'm really didn't milk reel it the fuck in. Like, we don't need all of this from you. You're not a likable person. No matter how much you try to ham it up, no matter how many Cosby Show ass lines that they write for you and little stupid ass scenes and scenarios, because then you backtrack it by pulling this prank on Kitty and Tati. So now you look stupid. You look the fuck stupid.
Pretty much.
And musty, you bitch.
Yeah.
It's time for the main event.
And we know one more thing about Caesar. We know Caesar also too and as well needs assistance, because this motherfucker really said out of his mouth that he wanted Sky to help him with his lawsuit. What the fuck is she supposed to do? What's she gonna do? Yell at the woman to death?
Right.
What is she supposed to do to help you with this lawsuit?
Give it away. Do that.
But she's supposed to be here helping me. Lawsuit.
She gonna throw energy at the motherfucker?
Yeah, everything.
Don't try to give it away like she did her kids.
She gonna tell the lady to stay 76 feet back. Keep that law 6 feet away from her.
She gonna be like, if you drop this lawsuit, I will give you this rhinestone-studded turkey baster.
Yeah, Sky's a fucking goofy.
Yeah, Kevin read her to filth in his confessional. He was like, typical goofy ass Sky. I was like, yes.
Read her.
He was like, I ain't sorry, bitch. Hell no.
Muhammad, you are this week's MVP. You know,
gotta say his whole government name.
Listen, Mo said, let me put these paws on you.
I'm typically about people having amicable breakups and shit. But once one person cheat on the other person, the gloves is really off at that point. And when somebody been cheated on, you can't even tell them how to react. So when Mo pulled up, nigga walked. Let me tell you something. This is how I know Muhammad be in them streets. He didn't even knock on the door.
Nigga just pulled up.
The house. He just walked in and niggas started looking around like, what?
Yeah.
Is this this nigga, that's Don. Whoa. And like, somebody had to run upstairs and tell her, and she ain't believe it. And then here come Donna and Vagina Slayer, Alex, whatever the nigga name is, down the steps. And that nigga got punched in the lip.
Yeah, he
was already
got that jaw rocked. Yeah,
they was already down there. Donna came in late because he was already. Remember, we were talking about a pregame. Somebody in the production must have told Alex to go down there because they knew Mo was coming, and then he got punched because the other producer came up was like, "Oh, they fighting," and Donna like, "Wait, what?"
First of all, Muhammad had some of the best insults in reality TV to date.
Listen, he dragged Donna like cans behind a car of a shotgun wedding. He dragged her ass.
When he called her porta potty pussy, I was like, holy shit.
I said, I have to add that to my repertoire.
Correct.
Dirty Donna. They titled the show Dirty Donna. I was like, yo, y'all is super foul.
Petty as hell.
Y'all ain't shit, but you know what? I'll allow it.
The title mad appropriate.
Right.
Very much so.
Now the only thing, Mo, is you did get the first lick and Swan, but then Alex whooped your ass.
Well, I mean, shit happens.
Yeah.
You know, you win some, you lose some.
I was saying you can't beat up a nigga that used to get abused.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, because I mean, then his daddy put his whole ass hands on him while he was holding his son.
Yeah, he said I had to make sure you could fight. Well, he damn sure did that.
Oh yes.
He ain't do nothing else.
I just, I saw on social media people acting as if Muhammad was the one overreacting to what Donna did, and I was just like, what kind of foul ass lives are y'all living that y'all find it completely normal to not only be fucking in a public bathroom, but to be doing so while one or both people have significant others? Like, that was pretty disgusting, and I understand Muhammad's frustration because not only did you cheat, you cheated in such a way that it was easily put all over the internet, and that's where it's going to stay.
Mm-hmm. And got you out here looking the fuck stupid.
Every few months, that video is going to resurface of them fucking because that is what happens with reality TV stars. Like, I was just like, yo, it was a public bathroom, first of all. Like, how gross can you get?
It's a New York public bathroom, so it's a little bit different. It's even more disgusting.
Oof.
Good hell luck, everybody.
You beat me to it. I was just about to say that.
Like, oof.
I think on social media, it's easy to say what people should and shouldn't do when they ain't in that situation, and also it depends on who is involved. And we see that quite often. So
I was gonna say because these are the same motherfuckers that stand for Future and drag Sierra when.
As I said while we were pre-gaming, I don't have anything for Muhammad because I have cussed people out in the manner in which he did Donna for way less. Owing me $5 or $10 or some shit. Like, I've really showed out over far less than catching a significant other getting fucked in a public bathroom by somebody else and it being put all on the internet.
Not only that, because you have to look at how it's stacked against him. Because it's like your girl is cheating on you with somebody that she worked with, and she done fucked, like he said, most of the people in that shop. Number one. Number two, y'all just lost a baby. Number three, she just moved in.
Yep.
And number four, she looks like
the way she looks.
She looks like if somebody took a Chucky doll and like tried to start from scratch and then was like, never mind. So you put all of those factors together and it's like he got a reason to be mad. He got a right to be mad.
There's a lot to process.
And then on top of all of that, you in Miami with the nigga you was fucking on the video.
Right.
Come on, let's be honest and let's be real about the situation.
Right. So he saw red, and you know what? Valley, he dragged the fuck out of Donna Molly.
He really did.
Woo.
He really did. I mean, he was hurting.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and I'm surprised that people weren't like, oh, you know, yeah, it was kind of fucked up out here, but he, you know, that was pain. That's because ain't that what people on the internet do? Oh, he hurting. Ain't that what y'all do for Kanye? You know what? Never mind.
Let me say this because it's like I've got to say it. People on social media act worse than Muhammad have acted over people flirting with their Twitter crush.
Perfect attendance, Twitter.
Like y'all have acted far worse over far less, and so like I don't care what you feel about Muhammad. The fact of the matter is, he not only did he find out his chick cheated on him, he had to find out on social media. And everybody and their mama, if he's on social media, which he is, because that's how he saw the other video with Alex, was probably tagging him in it.
Yep, because you know motherfuckers petty just like that.
Right.
No, I'm petty just like that.
Yeah.
Like
we know about you.
Yep. Know me. Learn me.
Oh, we know.
But,
Candaceism.
Correct. But I was just kind of like, wow, like,
yeah.
But you know, really also gonna act like he the bad guy.
You know, also on social media, it's easy to have them 6 degrees of separation when you're not going, like I said, when you're not going through the shit. You know, and I think for some reason people just like Donna, which I don't fucking get. But you know, good luck, everybody.
I mean, objectively, I haven't really seen her present anything that would make her likable. Because like it would be different if she was humble and sweet outside of everything else. But it's like all you've been doing this season is going at people. You've been going at Melody the whole season, and for what?
Can't keep it up mess.
Keeping up mess.
When Muhammad said we just lost a baby, but now I'm thinking like, was it really my baby? And I was like, oh.
I mean, it was kind of valid.
It's very valid.
Because it's like you ain't have no reason to do what you did. You just flat out did it.
Right.
And it's
now,
like
when he told Donna I was investing in your growth, I was like, oh shit. This shit's serious.
He really loved dumbass.
He was in love with her.
Right.
He was ready to give her the world.
Right. And then he said that he was like, you done fucked half the shop, but I was willing to look past that and invest in you because I loved you. And she was like, you act like you the only nigga that done did it. Well, apparently he the only nigga that done it for your ass.
Pretty much he is the only nigga that's
right. I mean, he literally is the first nigga that you don't fuck with on this show that looked like he washed. So, like, what?
Well,
I mean, in this episode, he didn't. But overall, before this episode,
okay,
I'll give you now. He was looking rough in this episode. I will give you that.
I mean, you know what? I'll give that to him because he came to scrap.
Yeah,
he got scrapped, but that's beside the point.
He did, but you know. Can't win them all.
You definitely can't. So Donna, go to hell.
Beat the fuck up.
Get beat the fuck up. And my last thought, because really nothing else happened worth talking about, because that shit that they did with Sky, talking about she Dominican, all of that, I was like, miss me with the bullshit. Haitian, sorry.
She Haitian all of a sudden.
I was about to say, when have you ever been? Anyway, I don't even want to give that no energy. But I will say, like, just overall, looking at the overall arc of the season, I'm like, y'all clearly ran out of material because the shit just got goofier and goofier and goofier.
Now they finna ship Alex and Donna together, and this nigga having a heart attack in the next damn episode.
Right, he on the beach, about to go see Elizabeth.
Right,
Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you.
The vagina's left.
Right. So I can't.
I'm not calling no grown man the vagina slayer. That nigga named Alex.
Right.
Your mama named you Alex. I'm call you Alex.
Exactly.
I guess that's it because we got quiet as fuck. So I guess that's it for Black. It's like, whoop, dead air.
It's Infinity Wars time.
It's
Correct.
war time. Listen, Thanos is a bad bitch.
Yeah.
The baddest in the universe
Yes.
at that.
Literally, half the universe gone.
let, let me just say, I am glad that like a lot of what people thought was gonna happen ain't happen, because we only got some fake deaths. We're like, I mean, I know they not these characters not gonna stay dead, but
Well, man, I said this in the
except
group
for
chat
Gamora.
before.
Gamora. So
Gamora, Loki, yeah, I think they gonna stay dead.
when Loki died, I didn't feel anything. I was
I
like,
was
it's
happy.
time.
I felt elation because I'm tired of his ass.
I was like, it's
Way
time.
too much, man.
I was like, it's time. Like, how many more times is Loki gonna fake die?
No, I was like, how much longer do we have to drag Loki along with Thor? Like, damn.
Yeah. Hasn't Thor been through enough? But we'll get to him.
Oh, they put him through the ringer.
But we'll get to that later. But whew.
Mm.
But it's like it's kind of like Loki was a love and a hip hop storyline. Like, how many times you gonna like fake betray Thor, but like really betray Thor, but like still love Thor? Like, it's tired. Like, it's too. In the words of Curtis, it's too much.
It's too much. It's time for you to go, beloved. Okay, you look at those pictures of Harriet Tubman and you ask them about the Tesseract and why you were still
Curtis, I cannot fucking stand you.
Pop my Tesser,
pop my stone, pop my stone.
Are you a god or are you what do you ain't he what half frost giant or frost giant or whatever? Yeah. Frost giant ancestors. Now I got that image in my head. Curtis, goddamn.
Listen.
But they ain't had to do Gamora like that. She really thought she had Thanos. She like,
fuck Gamora.
We came all the way here and you don't love nothing. And Thanos was like, well, actually, bitch, I love you. Bye now.
Right. I was like, and that's why I don't like Gamora, because that shit was obvious. Like the way he treated her the whole time, it shit was obvious. You the only one.
He literally treats Nebula like some spare parts and treats you good. Like, you can't read the room.
Nebula is spare parts.
Well, that's true too.
That's no shade. I mean, it is what it is. Like the only part of her that's real is like half of her face.
Yeah, and he did that to her. He did all that stuff to her.
Yeah, he did all that stuff to her. And because what was that, Guardians 2, when she was screaming at Gamora, like he plucked my eye out and pulled my brain apart, and was like, God damn, bitch, shit.
Nebula was like, hey, Michelle, that man beat my ass.
Jeremy.
Oh.
What the fuck really has been going on today? What's new in your life? Because you is spicy than the motherfucker today.
Listen, he been going to cookouts and shit, and he done reached a new level of niggatry.
It's powerful niggatry at work, yeah.
Oh shit, is gauntlet level niggatry. You want some other shit?
The niggatry stone.
Let me just say, I was
very Star Lord.
No, not Star. Fuck Star Lord. Fuck
yes, you. Fuck Star Lord.
Fuck you, Chris Pratt. Fuck Chris Pratt. But I was about to say, Doctor Strange was really turned up in this movie.
Yeah, he was. Because I thought about that. I was like, I don't remember him being this turn in his movie.
He wasn't, because he had just became
because that was his origin story.
Yeah, but
he was with the shits.
My man was moving them hands in all kind of way. I was in the movie like, moving my head. Look at Doctor Strange with the shits. Ooh,
hey,
like, definitely.
Doctor Strange got a new level of respect for me. This motherfucker. I mean, ultimately, we know it didn't matter, but this motherfucker was giving Thanos a go.
He gave it a whole lot better of a go than I thought he would.
He kept the Infinity Stone from him, and he could have kept it from him. Just could have let Tony die.
Yeah,
but clearly, Tony is the key to Part 2.
Yeah, and the reason that was a significant part 2 was because before that he was like, if I have to choose between the Infinity Stones and y'all's life, I'm choosing the Infinity Stone. You niggas is dead, basically.
Yeah, but like,
So
I hope you got a living will.
Yeah.
I feel like in part 2, they're gonna pluck that time stone out that gauntlet.
Yeah.
Because that's what they really need is that time stone. They get that time stone, they turning back the hands to every goddamn thing.
Yeah. Because ain't the time stone, I mean, just the mere fact that they can, you know, alter time, it's one of the more powerful stones. Just off that alone.
I think the time stone and the reality stone and the soul stones is the most powerful.
I think the soul stone is probably the most powerful.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see. Like I was listening to the read and Kid Fury was giving his predictions. And so he was saying that he thinks that when people, like when you use the soul stone to kill people, their soul gets sucked into the stone and they're in like an alternate reality.
Yeah, kind of like how it is in the comics, probably.
Right. So he was saying, you know, because he's more versed in the comics than I am. And so he was saying like they'll probably be fighting on the other side to get back to living reality while the people on this side are fighting too. So that'll be interesting because I'm like, I just don't see them having a whole second movie and half of the people, half the cast is not going to be in it until they get freed. Like, they got to have something going on.
No, I definitely think they're going to have to get that time stone to turn everything back. The only bad part about that is the fact that Visions might be back alive.
So, no, I have a different theory of Vision because I feel like
I might know where you're going with this because I think if we thinking the same thing, I don't see multiple people say it.
Yeah, because I feel like Shuri gonna be able to rebuild him because that was the whole premise. They were like, he don't need the stone, we can take it out and he'll still be Vision. So the nigga need a new forehead, but they in Wakanda, that's fine. She a bad technological bitch.
Thanos smashed Vision's head in like an aluminum can.
He really did.
Right.
He really did.
Yo.
I mean, it's what he deserved, but because motherfucker, you've been, what did he say? Did he say months or weeks?
Weeks. He said, because I saw
that fucking stone been bothering you, and instead of going to somebody and be like, hey, yo, the stone be like trying to talk some weird cosmic language, I don't know what it's trying to tell me, you want to go steal off and be in fucking, where were they, Scotland?
Yeah,
like, are you fucking stupid? You not supposed to be stupid.
Because I saw people on social media blaming Wanda, and I'm like, I get it, but not really. Because
he made those dumbass decisions.
Yeah, and again, Vision, this shit had been bothering him. He knew some shit was finna go down, and his ass. Go ahead, Candace.
No, I'm about to say, watching Infinity Wars, one of the biggest regrets I have for this, like for Marvel Comics, is that they killed Wanda's brother in that was it the second Avengers?
Yeah. Age of Ultron. He died in Ultron. Quicksilver. Yeah.
To save Hawkeye.
Oh, right.
Fucking Hawkeye, and he wasn't even in the movie.
I'm pretty sure. I wonder if Hawkeye gonna be in the second one. Him and Ant-Man.
I think so.
Yeah,
probably.
Because all the original, if you think about it, all the original Avengers are still alive.
Yeah. And Rocket. Poor Rocket.
Sweet rabbit. Sweet rabbit.
Poor rabbit.
Yeah. My man's Rocket was fucking enamored with fucking Thor.
All of the Guardians were, except for Star-Lord.
First
this bitch ass.
Tom Holland as Spider-Man is fucking perfect.
Yeah, they've been doing some spot on casting.
He said, "I don't feel so well, Mr. Stark." I say, "No, don't do this to me. Don't do this. Do not fucking do this. Don't do this to me." And he just started disintegrating. My whole stomach dropped in my like. I don't want to go, Mr. Stark.
Yeah, a lot of people were fucked up by that. I wasn't fucked up by that part. I was fucked up by Okoye after T'Challa disintegrated.
The look on her face.
Because when I tell you that woman be acting her ass off.
Yeah, then I be acting like a motherfucker. She was so distraught. She didn't know. She was like, what? She didn't know. She was speechless. And then my nigga M'Baku was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yo, he was looking like
the way they did that scene though was really crazy because the camera was on Okoye, like it's like she was about to disappear.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of play with you a little bit, like you thinking she finna disappear, but well, actually, ain't no more Kane.
And I wonder if it would have been a bigger uproar if she had been the one, because I mean T'Challa cool and whatever, but if I got to choose between T'Challa and Okoye, I'm going with Okoye.
Okoye.
I don't know who's choosing T'Challa in that mix up, so I mean, sorry, Black Panther, but
The street of the Black Panther has now vanished away.
Get the fuck. But yes, fuck Star Lord. We're gonna keep reiterating that because
nigga, you had one job.
Fucking had one job. He wilded out over some pussy that was already dead. They had the gauntlet off his hand.
Like, you know what? I ain't even mad at the why, but the how, my nigga. You could
the timing. Yeah, the timing. Like, you could have beat his ass when he didn't have that fucking gauntlet. You could have went to town. They would have left your ass on Titan, and you could have gave him the fucking business.
Star-Lord would have got fucked up. But
true. But I'm saying in theory.
Yeah, in theory.
In theory, because no, he would have got his ass beat, whether with gauntlet or not.
Right, but in theory.
When at the beginning of the movie when the shit start and Thanos was fighting the Hulk, he wasn't even using the Power Stone.
No, he just whooped the Hulk ass just on GP. He was like, "What you not gonna do is sucker punch me, bitch. You gonna die."
Right, yo, what made it so
he broke out Mortal Kombat combos on the Hulk. He hit the Hulk so bad the Hulk was like, "Whoa!" Like nigga.
For the rest of the movie, like Kevin Hart.
You know what the Hulk sounded like when he got that first punch? Like, you know how when you was a kid and you was acting up and your mama like slapped your hand or slapped your thigh or something, and you look and you be like, "Oh."
You know what? What made it even more hilarious to me was, and Marvel think they slick. They knew what the fuck they was doing. Right before that, Hulky hit Thanos with the same line that Tony hit him with in the first Avengers, and it didn't fucking matter.
Right.
Listen, Thanos beat the bitch into the Hulk.
Listen, Loki said, "We have a Hulk." Thanos was like, "And?"
No, Ebony Maw was like, "Let him have his fun." I was like, "Oh, this bitch about to get fucked up."
Right.
I'm so glad you brought up Ebony Maw. I was getting so much slack because I said on the timeline, I was like, this. I put a picture of him up, and I was like, his name is Ebony Maw. And what's funny about that is I know mad Ebonies that look like this.
Wow. That is not what you were gonna go with that.
I mean, you didn't lie, but
I'm not surprised that that's where you went with it, but I wasn't expecting that.
I'm telling you, but y'all be on me. But he really a piece of shit.
No, you a piece of shit too. Let's not do that.
Let's not get too goddamn comfortable now.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
It be your own friends.
It do.
Yeah, I was side-eyeing from the beginning though. I felt a way the first time I saw it because they killed my nigga Heimdall, and I was like, really? Y'all just gonna start off killing the black people? Okay.
Yeah.
I felt the way.
I knew he was gonna be out of here.
To say Idris went out like a hoe. What?
How? What?
Wait, what happened?
Oh yeah, somebody did tweet that. I remember that.
Somebody tweeted Idris went out like a hoe.
How?
If not for him, I mean,
if not for him, Hulk would have went out like a hoe.
Yeah, shit. And if not for him, they wouldn't even have a fighting chance. I mean, they really didn't have a chance, but it would have been worse.
I mean, to be honest, he didn't really add too much after the fact.
Well, yeah, I mean,
so I mean,
hey,
I'm assuming that's for later. I'm assuming he gonna be more of a factor in the second movie because after the Hulk got the whole bitch slapped into him, he was pretty much a non-motherfucking factor.
Hey, my nigga Bruce Banner turned into a black woman. He said, "Fuck it, I'll do it."
Oh shit! Speaking of non-factor, Basketball Wives back.
It is
right.
The fact that you called it a non-factor.
I mean, it's back, and I can't wait to see the cast drag Jackie this season.
Well, 'cause I was just about to ask you that too. I'm like, we getting Jackie Dragons?
The dragging of Jackie Christie shall recommence on this season because apparently she still hasn't seen the grandbaby that got burnt up
Ooh.
at daycare. She still hasn't seen the.
Speaking of weird heels, the same reason I don't, well, kind of similar way, I don't get why people go up for Portia. I don't get why people go up for Jackie Christie.
Wait, there are people that go up for Jackie Christie?
Yes, there were people like when her me and Candace talked about it. I think that was before you started coming on here, Curtis. Me and Candace talked. There were people that were like, well, Evelyn should have minded her business and Jackie right da. And I'm like, this y'all queen? This y'all queen? But you know, people on the internet are weird, but
listen, Jackie Christie got the infinity rings around her neck.
Hey guys, that's been our show.
What the fuck?
Thank you for tuning in.
That might be the show title.
Infinity rings, neck rings, the infinity neck rings.
Infinity neck rings.
Older than time itself.
Also, because I follow Jackie Christie daughter on Instagram. Because she had another baby and Jackie hasn't even seen her latest granddaughter, so it's
Jackie Christie is the Mo Jizzle of basketball wives.
Of grandmothers.
Well, yeah.
But anyway, back to Infinity War. What else happened?
So my nigga Thor.
Thor is a bad bitch.
Listen, that nigga arrived in Wakanda, and listen, ain't no more Chitauri. Ain't no more.
I mean, he deserved everything because Thor is like the one kid, like they've taken everything from when Rocket was listing off your mama, your daddy, your brother, your best friend. Rocket was like, God damn, bitch. What?
Right. Thor and Rocket's chemistry is outstanding. That was one of the joys of the movie to me.
Yeah.
That Sweet Rabbit.
Sweet Rabbit.
Wise Rabbit.
I was glad to see Thor get his eye back.
Yeah.
Or get an eye.
Get
not his eye, but somebody's eye. Any eye.
Any eye. I mean, it's brown, but maybe eventually he'll learn how to control it and turn it to the right color.
Because for a minute he was up there looking like T'Chaka.
Okay.
But yeah, Thor deserved. He deserved his bad bitch moment. Listen, that motherfucker came through, said, "Bring me Thanos," and killed all the damn Chitauri. All of them. Ain't no damn more.
Seeing Tyrion as a giant is fucking hilarious.
And so they was cracking up in the theater when I went to see it the first time. I was like, y'all ain't shit, but it is funny. It is funny.
It is. It was. Because at first I was like, my nigga Tyrion. Then I'm like, but wait.
Why he's so big, but his legs?
Giant dwarf. Like,
shout out to Peter Dinklage.
Listen,
really like him.
He be getting to the money. He be getting to the roles, and he be getting to the money.
Right.
I like him.
Also, I think during the course of when or maybe we just didn't mention it last time, but because this is I'm not trying to be funny, but since we brought up Peter, but mini me Vern Troyer passed away recently, right? About a week or so ago.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I was sad. He was only like 49, I think.
Yeah, he was 49. But I'm not being funny, but just from watching like the little people shows, but like a lot of them have like their lifespan is pretty shortened because of it. Like when you get to aging, like they age hella quicker than, so I was just like, but it wasn't drug related, was it?
I thought it was. I didn't think it was like natural causes. I thought it was like, I don't know. We'll have to look into that because I didn't think it was like a natural death.
I'll Google it real quick. Y'all continue. I'll Google it.
I Googled
it. Read me then, friend. Read me.
No, I didn't Google. I was just
Trash.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit.
But no, I was. A lot of people said it had too many characters in the movie. A lot of people said they kind of rushed the storyline. But I'm just like, how do you claim they rushed something that's been in the making for 10 years?
10 years and 18 movies.
Right, that's a lot of people that just went to go see this movie and haven't seen.
So I've seen all of the movies and I didn't feel like it was rushed, and I felt like the gradual progression into Thanos getting all of the stones, because somebody was like, he got all 6 stones in one movie, and I'm just like, yeah, but we knew where most of these stones was at prior to.
Yeah.
And half of them were easy to get. Like, they didn't even show him getting the Power Stone because that wasn't even, like, I'm sure he crashed through the Nova Corps like it was nothing.
Right. And then they didn't show him getting a Reality Stone, and I'm like, shit, who gonna stop him? The Collector?
Right. The Collector? Come on.
Right.
Even the Space Stone was relatively easy for him to get.
Right.
And that was against Thor and Asgardians.
Right, and we didn't even see that battle. And I know Thor gave it everything he had, but Thor was through at the beginning of that movie.
Right. The Soul Stone wasn't difficult. I mean, he knew exactly what to do to get it. He knew who knew where it was. And then their dumbasses went to, and then that's the other thing. They brought 2 stones to him.
Yeah.
Or made it easy for him. They brought one to him, and the other one, I mean, she knew where it was. So it was, and plus by that time he had the Space Stone, so they could just teleport where they needed to go.
Yeah.
So it was like, I mean, it was a pretty natural progression because shit, the only one he had to work for was the Time Stone.
Yeah. Speaking of, can we just give my nigga this nigga Tony Stark took a whole ass moon and got up sassy than a motherfucker.
Listen, we have to give. I know a lot of people don't like Iron Man and they say he's problematic, but we have to give Tony Stark in the MCU.
He gave it all he had
because he put up a hell of a fight.
Watching Infinity Wars made me realize just how problematic Tony is not. Like, because when Doctor Strange was like, I've looked at all the outcomes and there's only one where you can make it. And I was like, I'm pretty sure, like, no matter how Tony moved or what he did, like, this was going to be the outcome.
Yeah.
Like, he was, like, even if you go back in all the movies where they say he being problematic, there was no way around what was about to happen in Infinity Wars. Like, it was coming. Like, Thanos was coming for the reckoning. He was coming to, but then, like, somebody was, like, saying, like, what Thanos did was logical because you right, like, you got death and destruction and blah, 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 and poverty when there's too much population. And I was like, you got rid of half the world, but the other half is still going to reproduce. I'm like, so the nigga just going to snap his fingers every time he feel like it's too many people?
That motherfucker told Gamora, like, so, you know, when I wiped out half your people, include your mama, so, like, that other half, like, they flourishing now, my nigga. So, like, what's up? Like, boy, what?
that was Gamora key to take her ass back where she came from. And live her best life.
Yeah, that was the cue. Well, shit, let me just go back there.
You right, Dad. I'm up. I'm out, Dad.
Like, I mean, I appreciate you, but
right, that was her cue to be like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out.
I ain't seen my green peeps in a minute, so I'm just gonna be out. You know, good luck with everything that you have.
Also, young Gamora over old Gamora. Young Gamora was with the shits. She was sassy than a motherfucker. This purple motherfucker done came out and wiped out half the people, and she looking at this big bitch like, who is you?
Right.
Nah, she was like, where the fuck is my mom?
Mom? That too. She was like, fuck the bullshit.
You know, it ain't nothing more rambunctious than a child that don't know where their mama at.
Right. Young Gamora was with the shits.
No London.
Yeah, but then Young Gamora at the end, when I don't know whether maybe it was a different reality or whatever, but when she asked Thanos at what cost, like, was it worth it? Like,
yeah, so
I like Young Gamora.
I think they said that's inside the Soul Stone.
Yeah,
like for whatever reason, she is like her being or whatever you want. Her soul is in the Soul Stone as a child instead of her adult self.
Yeah.
Probably because, you know, he had to literally sacrifice her to get the damn thing, probably.
Yeah. And so,
Guardians 3 gonna be interesting without Gamora.
if it's without Gamora, I don't. I mean, I don't put nothing past him at this point.
Yeah.
But I noticed something real interesting because I know Captain America is like the leader of the Avengers and all of that good stuff, and you know he a bad old bitch or whatever. But I noticed in the Avengers movies, like they always have to have some kind of army thing going on because they have to have a ground element because that's really all he can do.
Yeah, he can't do nothing else.
Like he don't have no powers. I mean, you know, he's strong and fast and whatever the fuck else, but he ain't no Thor.
Yeah, that super serum can only go so far.
He ain't no Iron Man. So it's like I was like, you know, it's funny how they find a way to work in that ground element because like what else is he gonna do?
Him and Black Widow.
Him and Black Widow and Hawkeye when they decide not to treat him like a stepchild.
Yeah. Yo, what's the child of Thanos, that woman, ain't her name Proxima or something like that?
Yeah, Proxima.
He was giving goddamn Black Widow and Okoye some work. Goddamn.
She was mad as fuck. She was giving them the work.
Again, Okoye is the real MVP. When goddamn when Scarlet Witch came down, she was like, "Why she been up there this whole time?"
Yeah, she was like, "Why was she up there?" I was like asking the real hard hitting questions.
Right, this powerful ass bitch been up there the whole time.
She's like, "You got me down here working, sweating my bald head, and this bitch can do all that. Y'all fucking foolish."
Now, let me show you why y'all got me fucked up. We got this powerful motherfucker that ain't part of one of the power from one of the damn stones.
No, I don't think it's from the stone, but I think it's at least in the way that they did it in the movie.
And Ultron, Age of Ultron, her and Quicksilver.
Yeah, it's like
it was experiment
on the same level. Yeah, because you know they couldn't. I don't know if they can yet. They can't use the word mutant. I was talking to my friend about it at dinner. He was like, they can't use the word mutant. That's why they did it that way.
Yeah.
Because Fox old trifling asses.
Yeah.
And they putting out that Venom movie. I'm so sick.
They still going. They're like, we gonna put out our Phoenix movie. And I'm like, why? Let Marvel do it. Y'all don't
have a good track record.
Oh.
I mean, I've generally liked the new X-Men art better than the first one, but
that first one was boo.
I was looking at it, as a matter of fact, this morning, and I was like, all the stuff that they either had in production or have in production, like a Gambit movie and a Kitty Pryde movie, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? How you give fucking Kitty Pryde a movie before Storm? Kitty Pryde is not one of the main X-Men. I know she's there, but ain't nobody come to see her Otis. Shit.
Right.
Give Aurora the what she deserves. Give her her things. If y'all can do Thor, a whole Thor movie, you can do a Storm movie. I don't want to hear nothing otherwise.
I'm surprised it was Black Panther that got the first one. I really, as long as they've been doing X-Men movies, it's really surprising that Storm hasn't gotten her own.
I feel like if the mutants were part of the MCU, then she probably would have. But with Fox, you know, they were like Wolverine. And it's like,
yeah, they put everything into Wolverine and nothing else.
The
only Wolverine movie that was really good was Logan.
Right.
And he got fucked the fuck up. Shit, he got beat the fuck up. He got beat the fuck up in that movie.
Right.
And
my man's was going through it.
I mean, it's what he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's been here long enough. If you gonna retire an actor and a character, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, because I mean, he went out the way he should have went out.
Yeah, he definitely did. And now we got X-23, whatever her name is.
You said it right.
I mean, I don't know what her name is. I know that's what they call her, X-23. But I don't remember if she had a name. Girl. We just call her girl.
I think it was Laura, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but yeah, Infinity War was everything.
Infinity War was lit. Like people are like, oh, it wasn't that good, and da 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 da. I'm like, okay, if you are familiar enough with the storyline that it didn't move you like it moved a lot of other people, that's fair. But people are getting on there talking about it's trash. I want y'all to just
people get on Al Green's internet
and know better. Do and know better, because Infinity War was fucking lit.
Yo, I gotta say, shout out to all the niggas that only cared about Black Panther and was shook when he disappeared.
Yeah. It's like, ooh, you put your investment in the wrong motherfucker.
Right? I mean,
so I had, I was feeling some kind of way, not because of T'Challa getting, but I'm like, but who else? I'm like, is Shuri still with us? Because after she got, after her and Io got knocked off that platform, that was it. We didn't see them again. So I'm like, did she fade into the abyss too?
I hope not. I think
because I want more of her reading these smart motherfuckers for filth.
Yo,
like, y'all think y'all smart?
He needs
y'all
to be.
Y'all are not smart.
He needs to be in the next movie just so she can read Tony.
Yes, that's what I need. Because she had poor Bruce. He was sitting there like, "Well, shit, I'm a dumbass."
Right? He was
like, why didn't you just do this? He was like, because
we didn't think of it. She was like, "I'm sure you did your best." It's like, fuck. Right. Yeah. And did it read him with a smile too. That's how you know that shit sting.
Right. So, but I think I don't think she disappeared. Like I said, I think she just got her and the old girl just got knocked the hell out because that big motherfucker, that other motherfucker, child of Thanos, quote unquote, just knocked them out.
What the fuck was that scepter that he had made out of? Because he was slicing and dicing Vision's ass like
I think it was. Was it the same scepter that Loki had in the first Avengers?
No,
yeah, I think it might have been some of that alien tech type stuff.
Yeah, it couldn't have been the same scepter because that scepter had the Mind Stone in it.
Oh yeah. But it was
the Mind Stone that his dumb ass didn't fucking use. You know, Vision, you deserved everything that you got. I'm sorry, but
like my nigga, and you got the Mind Stone, and you got the Shuri, Bruce. You got some of the most, and I think you said this because you got some of the most brilliant minds, and you got the Mind Stone.
He's made out of Jarvis. He got a little bit of Ultron. He got a little bit of Tony Stark, a little bit of Bruce Banner, and the Mind Stone. And that's what you gave it. And your body is made of vibranium.
You worthless ass nigga.
And that was what you get. You didn't put up no real kind of fight. You don't know how to fight. You don't know how to use the Mind Stone. What the fuck good are you?
Wanda was putting in work.
She put in all the work. My friend was kind of reading me because he was like, you went kind of hard on the fact that, they had all those love stories. And I'm like, I don't like my action with love. I love to see the fist fly. I don't want to see all that to the end of time. You and us will never part. And then y'all letting everything go to hell because you in love. Fuck y'all. He was like, well, Vision and Wanda are a thing in the comics. I said, I understand that. But we only needed one love arc. We did not need 3. He was like, well, Gamora and Pete, oh, fuck them too. Because again, y'all being in love is got half the fucking universe zapped to hell. So you can keep.
I blame that on Peter though, because Gamora even told him like, nigga, kill me. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I told you to go right. Shut up, fool.
Right.
What was that gonna do?
I was kind of glad that Thanos pulled the gag with the reality stone too.
I knew he was gonna do. I was like, something ain't right. I'm like, because they made too much. They made way too much noise, and there's no way he would not have known that they pulled up in their spaceship. No way.
Yeah.
And plus, like I said, I was like, they going to nowhere with the Collector. The Collector, what does he have to fight Thanos?
Not a damn thing.
I'm sure he showed up and was like, give it up, bitch. And he was like, yes, sir.
Cause we didn't even see his ass.
He did. He did. He tore his shit up. He's like, fuck your little collection.
Right. You're not that cute. Your hair's uneven.
You look dusty.
Man, your collection dusty.
Yeah. And that was that on that. Shout out to Groot. Groot was like, I'm playing my game. Fuck all of y'all.
Right.
But I'm gonna come through in the clutch when you need me so that Thor won't die, because clearly we need Thor.
Right.
I feel like the key to it is gonna be Tony, but the execution probably will fall on Thor.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's the other thing that people online forget about Thor. Like, this nigga is a whole ass. This they call him the God of Thunder for a reason.
Thor put in work.
He did.
Like, he put in a lot of work to get, like, this
Nigga got hit
on
by
the energy of a star. He got fucked up. His brother and his best friend got killed in front of him. Like, he went through it. That's
why like Thanos himself said it. Yeah, he should have went for the head, but I give him a slight pass. He earned it. Goddamn.
I mean, he did throw that axe from way up high through through Thanos' little energy thing that he was doing with the stones. I was like, that is a badass axe to cut through that shit.
Yeah, like, that's an upgrade.
He did that.
Right, that's an upgrade than a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Mjolnir ain't got nothing on Stormbreaker
at all. Thor came through like a whole new bitch.
Like, shit, he was a whole new bitch. Got a haircut, got a new eye, and a new weapon. Shit, he was a brand new bitch. He got upgraded like in between seasons of Love and Hip Hop.
Right, right.
Shit,
can't tell this nigga shit.
Couldn't tell him nothing. He was like, "Bring me Thanos, I'm ready."
Right, he was like, "Where's Thanos?" Then cooked all the Chitauri and the Keely.
Oh yeah, he cooked them. He definitely. That was not a slow roast.
Right. So
the movie was lit. Like, I've seen it 3 times. It deserves all of the records it's smashing and going to smash. It's going to bump Black Panther down, but we still up there. So, everyone calm down.
Right. We're still rooting for everybody black with terms and conditions.
Right. And Black Panther is forever still going to be higher than Titanic. So,
yeah.
Some of those accolades Infinity War is not going to be able to take away from Black Panther. And I'm just ready. So I can't remember if I asked y'all, and I know I asked my friend, but I looked this morning. So for the MCU to wrap up phase 3, we only have Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out in July?
Yeah, I think so.
And then Captain Marvel doesn't come out till next March. And then Avengers 4, because they don't have a title yet, or they do and they're not telling us, comes out next May.
Mm-hmm.
So we only got 2 movies in between, except for the Fox movies. I may see Venom. It looks kind of interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of R.I.P. my nigga Nick Fury.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That shit made that. I was low key a little upset about that too, because I'm like, we ain't seen Nick Fury in a long ass time.
Right, and then we see this nigga.
When was the last time we seen him? Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
Which movie was that when he faked his death?
I think it was Age of Ultron. If I'm not mistaken.
I think it was after Winter Soldier is when he faked his death, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I feel like that was Age of Ultron. I could be wrong. But the point is, we ain't seen him in a long fucking time.
Right. And then we see him. Nigga going bye-bye.
Right. He's like, mother.
But he got that text off, on that booth.
Yeah. No, yeah. He beeped a 911.
Yeah. Now, Captain Marvel, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to read up on Captain Marvel.
In the comics, she one of the biggest baddest bitches. So that's
because I think somebody was saying like one of her powers is to be able to go back in time or something like that. Like, I don't know if that's true, but the general consensus that I've seen is that she powerful as fuck. So I'm here for it. And I saw a new poster for it. The poster looks lit because I know those early pictures came out and everybody was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
But it is Marvel. Like, Marvel they haven't really dropped the ball with this whole thing. Like, you know, obviously some movies are better than others, but they haven't really put out a bad movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, yeah, the first Thor movie, the second Thor movie, I was like, girl. You know, the first Captain America to me was boring, but it was a necessary part of the story, the arc.
Yeah.
But none of them have been like bad where you come out of it like, what the fuck?
You know, everybody got mixed reviews about Ragnarok, but you know.
See, and I thought Ragnarok was good. It had all of the kind of the same elements as the Avengers. It had comedy, had action, you know, had the Hulk.
Right. When he was the Hulk, because now,
Now he the bitch.
Yes. R.I.P. R.I.P. R.I.P.
I'm like, how you getting out heroed by your weak human alter ego? Like, are you serious, Hulk?
Hey, I had to put a bit of respect on Bruce Banner name. That nigga was like, "Fuck it, you big baby, I'll do it."
He didn't have no fucking choice.
Right.
What else was he gonna do?
Right. Right. Like, fuck
Shit,
this
that
shit.
was his only other option. It was like, shit, either you step up to the plate or you out of there.
Right.
Hulk was like, no.
Right.
Hulk was a whole bitch. I was like, damn, you get whooped once? Like, don't they usually in the fight movies when they get beat up the first time they go train harder so they can come back?
Right. They have a little montage and shit. Hulk was like,
yeah. Hulk was like, fuck that. This ain't the Karate Kid. I'm out.
Right. Hulk was like, screw y'all niggas. I'm staying inside.
I'm staying inside. Shit. He was like, if we die, we die.
Right. That was the he was like, fuck this shit. He was like, I'm not gonna. Hey, Hulk was like, that man done beat my ass once. I ain't going back again. He was like that man. He was like the old man on Friday. No.
But the thing about like he got beat up to the point where he don't even want to come out. Like he could have tore them little things that the little Chitauri things to shreds easily.
Yeah, like he did in the first movie.
He was so fucking shook. He was like, fuck the entirety of that.
Right.
Yo.
Like in the first movie when Cap told him Hulk smash, he fucked all them Chitauri.
Yeah, he did. He was fucking them up. He was fucked the big old flying fish things.
Right.
But shout out to Okoye, because when that motherfucker was running in that suit and he failed, that look of disgust that she had on her face just made my heart. It made my black heart smile.
Right. So, but yeah, Infinity War was lit.
Yep.
We had to talk about it. We gave y'all niggas time, so y'all knew we was gonna talk about it.
I didn't give y'all time on my show. I did put though that there are spoilers in there. So
good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
So, but we gotta get up out of here. We've been running a little long. But you know, Infinity War was worth it, and we survived Thanos. So yeah.
I don't know, because I did that little website and I was killed for the good of the universe. And I said, you know what? I'm okay with that because I don't have to pay no more bills. So that's fine. Thank you, Thank you, Thanos.
You know what? On that note, we're gonna get up out of here. Go make sure you go check out the Gay Side Stories, where the gay shit goes. Like it's permanent in the showrunner now because, you know, again, Curtis is our third member. And
lit.
Yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. Candace, because we've been running long as hell. You got anything for the people?
No, I don't. Don't be a weirdo on the internet. Leave people alone. Keely, I will beat you the fuck up. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. Start your week off right. Yeah, I would say don't be stupid, but that's me expecting too much from you people. So
I mean, you started off expecting too much when you said don't be weirdos on the internet, but I was just gonna let you rock.
Well,
yeah. You guys can't help but to be stupid weirdos most of the
time. So on that note, Curtis, close us out with the benediction.
Okay. This week's benediction, I'm just gonna piggyback on what Candace said, and thou shalt not be a weak ass piglet like Keely.
Real.
Never go full Keely.
Never go full Keely. And with that, bye bye.